Hi everyone. A few months ago already, I promised people to share my basic show file online, but actually there was not that much to share. So I went up to the console today to, basically program the whole show again. What the show file look like? Well, in the patch we have a few different kinds of lights. You can just morph them to whatever you want. There are some wash lights, some beams, some LED washes, some spots that are basically the most used. And yeah, it depends on what you're gonna morph and how you morph them. From everyone, there are 12. So also in the preface, there are always 12 lights. Well, try out how you can morph it and stuff like that. It should, well, most of it should work. If you go to the palettes page, I have a lot of groups. At the moment, the most of the programming has been going into the moving heads, not really into the LEDs, only for some static colors. And what you would have to do is to create your palettes, or not to create them. You have to check for every show if they are right after you've done your morphing. For example, if you have the spotlights, these are the positions I use in the show. At the moment I have nothing linked, so no X crosses linked to be mirrored to the other one. You could do that. Well, it's a basic show file. You can do whatever you want. And here are the beam palettes. Yeah, also most of them pretty straightforward. I have 4 beam soft palettes and 4 color soft palettes. Those are used in the execute screens with regions, and there's a lot of programming went into that part. I'll come back later. Well, first of all, we have the normal screens. A normal execute screen with just basically the colors. On top, you have the for all your spots. So if you go to dark red, everything goes red. And if you only want your washes to go green, well, pretty straightforward. At the bottom, I have some positions. At the moment, that's the only place I have the positions in the execute stream. I'm not sure what I want to do with it. So they are just really static looks, nothing moving or whatever, no fade times, just really snapping to it. Then on the other side, I have it looks like a color screen, but it's your beam screen, and every red palette. Well, it's not a palette; it's a real execute, so it's a queue. Every red palette is depending for the spots. Every green is for your beams. Every blue is for your washes, and every purple button is for your LED washes. Why did I change LED washes and normal washes? Well, sometimes you have like a Claypacky BI where you can do the pixel mapping on the LED. There are some LED effects you could do with it. And sometimes you have in the same show an LED wash light where you really want to use it as a wash. So I made a different one for those. If you never use it, you can delete some and put other buttons or whatever. Also pretty straightforward, just like the positions. Press the button and it happens. So if you press Gobo 1, slot 1, it will go to the desired slot. Everything is linked to the palettes, as I said before. So here you have the open Gobo slot 1. Gobo slot 1 will be the Gobo 1. The specials I have used, you could do a shake or whatever you want for it. Can be, of course, it also can be a normal gobo if you don't have enough space for 6. I usually pick the best 6 on one wheel and best 4 on the other wheel. You can mix them, and I think you have enough good looks, but if you need anything, there are some special buttons. Also for the colors, I have some special colors which could be useful for your set or for your design, or some special color that can be used for whatever. I like to call them special because at the moment they are always white or black, I'm not sure. White, I mean. And that gives a little bit of what you can do, whatever, with it. Yeah. Then I have some FX pages. It is an execute page with a lot of regions, well 8. And why 8? Because first I had 4 color soft buttons and 4 beam soft buttons, so that's how you get 8. Because you can't change the group inside of the region, I made a few more execute screens with on every execute screen actually the same pages, only the group changes. So if I go to my this is the all heads, so this is for every head the same. If I go to my beam page, only the group changes, the rest is the same, and this is how you can just switch to, well, make the effect happen on a different spot or part of the spots. If you go for the spots, it will always be full, like not 1/3 or odd even. No, it will happen on all of it. And if you press the 1/3, well, then of course color soft button 4 is not in use, so I deleted those. And in all 4, then it's one of the 4 parts. These are only at the moment for all your moving heads. Otherwise, it will be, yeah, I think not really useful because you're using it at the soft buttons anyway. So if you go to your pages with your effects, you already have a lot of pages. So it's quite a lot of work. So how did I do it? Well, for example, I'll have my spots. The first 4 effects are for spots, color and beam, and then 1/3. So only 1/3 of the show. So for example, I put up, yes. These are my spotlights. If I run the effect 1/3,